Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. As you can see behind me, I have probably my favourite thrift flip or upcycle this year anyway. I do have some faves, but this is up there. So Santa Claus himself commissioned me to flip this dollhouse for a very special niece of mine. And don't worry, she doesn't watch my YouTube, so she'll still get the surprise. So I had a little commission and I'm going to get straight into the video and I'm going to show you how I got this secondhand doll's house and I flipped it into my dream dollhouse, and I hope it's going to be my niece's dream house too. Here is the before of the doll's house, and as you can see, it's a really pretty doll's house. There was hardly any damage done to it. It looks like it wasn't really used or loved, and all it really needed was a paint job and then a little internal room makeover. I'm going to be furnishing it with like Sylvanian Families because that is what my niece loves, and she's also still really young, so I didn't want to have loads of fancy dollhouse furniture inside of it. So we did crack out the Sylvanians and have a little play with them. So I'm just taking them out and I'm going to follow my usual upcycling 3-step rules. So prep, prime and paint. So to prep, I am using some degreaser to clean it down and then going to lightly sand it to key the exterior. And I'm also going to remove the likes of the balcony, would we call it a balcony? And some of the other parts was able to come off. I was able to screw them out easily enough, which made it easier to paint and get like a more tidy professional paint job. I'm using the Prime 2 from Colourtrend. As you can see, my tin of primer has been well loved and used and spilt. I applied 1 coat of primer to the outside, and the rooms that I painted on the inside, I popped on some primer as well. I'm not sure what material this dollhouse is. It seems to be wood, but there's like a veneer coating, so I popped on 1 coat of prime 2 and I just fixed up any of the damage on the front. That was just like a little bit of glue. I filled that in. So it took me about 3 days to do the paint job on this. So I primed it 1 day and then I applied 2 coats of the pink paint, which you'll see me use, and that is a satin finish. So once the satin was dry, you don't have to seal it or anything like that. It's not like chalk paint. So once satin is dry, it is allowed to cure and then it's good to go, and it's wipeable, it's cleanable. I've lots of pieces of furniture painted in a satin finish and I find it's really durable, because this dollhouse I am hoping will be played with a lot and I hope it gets lots of love. So I wanted to use a paint and primer that I knew would withstand being played with. make sure to pop a link to the herringbone floor. I think this dollhouse has better floors than I do. I don't even have a herringbone floor. I was going to do a DIY herringbone floor with lollipop sticks, but it would have took me, I'd say, until next Christmas to do that. So I decided to purchase some dollhouse floor, and I just popped it on with some wood glue adhesive. You could probably get away with like PVA glue. The doll's house flooring is not that thick. So I did the floors, and I just used like my finger as a guide to kind of score the edge, cut it to size, and I put flooring in on all 3 floors. And then you'll see I just popped in like a little tiled bathroom. I was very proud of my tiled bathroom, but I'll pop a link to the company that I got the dollhouse flooring from. I just started playing around with the little bathroom set. But what I do need to be doing is deciding about the inside. So I think I'm going to panel this room here, and possibly this room here. I've just roughly measured out how many lollipop sticks I would need to stick like to the wall. So I'm gonna just have a shot at paneling this, and I might, like, I'm loving the way there's loads of pink in the room. So I did all the walls up here pink, but I think I'll just do pink paneling here, and it'll just pick up on the kind of pink theme. So I'm gonna have a shot at paneling this room. You'll see that I'm using the Ryobi rotary tool to cut my lollipop sticks to size. If you don't have a rotary tool, because I totally understand that not everybody is going to have one of them, I just use the wood cutting disc to get a nice clean cut on the edge for the paneling. But if you have like a fine bladed handsaw, you would get a nice clean cut. Or you could also see if you could use like a blade to cut the ends. Just be super careful with your hands if you are going to clip the ends of lollipop sticks. But try a little saw or a blade and see if that works. Over the past few weeks, I've been collecting some Sylvanian furniture. Some of the stuff I was able to buy secondhand, and some of the stuff I just bought, and it gave me so much pleasure to buy these Sylvanians. Now, when you see I put the rooms together, I'm still one room short. I need to wait for the toy shops to open, and I'll decide what I'm going to do with the extra room. So you'll see when I put this together, I've got like kitchen, dining room, living room, and then on the top floor I have a bathroom and a bedroom. So that leaves me with one spare room. So I'm not sure if I'll like maybe put in a nursery. I'm trying to think what my niece would like. I might even put in one of the little Sylvanian cake shops. So I'll see what's available in the toy shop when I go. But I am going to fill the room that is blank before I give it to her. Much fun giving this dollhouse a little makeover, and I got a secondhand from a local lady actually. So I had like search alerts on secondhand sites on like adverts and Dundee for like dolls houses, and this one was just perfect, and it was from a lady only up the road. So I got it back like in October, just before we went into lockdown, because my plan for a doll's house has been in the making back in like September, October. And thankfully my niece was like, she actually saw the dollhouse because it was really hard to hide in my house. She hasn't seen it like done up or anything. She did see it when it was in its like previous life, so before it got done up, and I told her that I would work my magic on it. So I would collaborate with Santa Claus and give it a little makeover. So I'm so excited to see her reaction, but it's not going to be given until the big day this year, so I cannot wait to see her little face when she gets to see it. Now when it comes to like dollhouse furniture, because I was doing so much kind of research, and the furniture can be crazy expensive, and I seen some deadly kind of like hacks and stuff, but because my niece is so young, I just went with the Sylvanians, and I never had, I've said this in videos before, I never had Sylvanians as a kid because I was born in the 80s and we were poor, and only rich kids had Sylvanians back then. I decided to go for Sylvanian like furniture and stuff just because it's kind of more kid friendly, and I didn't do too much modification to the inside because I didn't want anything to kind of like come apart when like my niece is playing with it. I had seen like little chandeliers and mad stuff, but I kept it quite play friendly because I've seen amazing dollhouses online, but I'm like, do kids even play with them? Like, the goal of this is for it to be loved, played with. If it gets chipped, like, I can fix it. Auntie Catherine can fix it. So that is me for this week. I hope you enjoyed my dream dollhouse makeover. It's gonna be hard to give this one away, but I know the joy that it's gonna bring her. I just hope she doesn't wreck it. I'll be like, play gentle. You know the drill. Cheeky thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next week.